We started with Sanford Children's when Lilah was away from us at her grandma's place and she became sick with a bacterial infection. When we got her back home, we took her into the emergency room where she was admitted to the hospital and continued to not get better. She started to have kidney failure and she was diagnosed with hemolytic uremic syndrome at that time, and they decided that it was best to airfly her to Fargo to see the pediatric nephrologist. So she flew to Fargo. We're hopeful that things would get better, but this disease continued to progress to the point where she needed dialysis. And they weren't set up there to do that at that time. So they flew her down to the Sanford Children's Hospital in Sioux Falls. And there she started treatment for dialysis. When she was undergoing dialysis treatment, she suffered a major hemorrhagic stroke and needed to have emergency brain surgery at that time. She continued at Sanford Children's in Sioux Falls, and she was placed in a medically induced coma for 3 weeks down there. And then they slowly brought her out of that and started to work with her immediately on figuring out what were the repercussions from her stroke, how she was affected, and it was left side affected, so she wasn't able to use her left arm or leg, and the left side of her face was affected as well. Eventually we had to follow up with inpatient therapy treatment, and we went to GABR Children's in St. Paul, where she went through intensive therapy there for another month and a half. There she learned to do self-care and those types of things, and learned to walk again and start to work on some of the uses of her left side. Then we came back to Bismarck after she was discharged with there, and that became the long process of going through all the therapies. And we've been following up with it ever since. We still see progress and want to maintain where she's at, and so we continue to come here and receive the help that she needs.
I think I was 10. It was pretty hard for me to do anything by myself, but slowly I've been getting way better, and now I'm here. The first day, I could like barely walk at all. I could say some stuff, but not as well as I can today. And I had a lot of trouble getting dressed. Now I can do almost anything by myself except for bake and cook. Still working on that. The people that work at Sanford are the friendliest therapists I could find, and they help me with everything I need.
I've had 3 years of working with Lilah, and when she first came back from the hospital, we really had to work on safety and just figuring out how to walk again, as well as just play. And through that, we've been able to see a new side of her. She's been very funny. She's a really active girl, and she's a hard worker. Now she is able to do anything that she wants. We are walking, we're running, we're participating in gym, whether she loves it or not.
Lilah's been wonderful to work with. She is an amazing hard worker. Thinking back to when she first started with us, she didn't do all her dressing by herself, and now she's getting herself dressed, she's doing her shirt, she's zipping up her jacket, she is doing her orthotics in her shoes, so that has been wonderful to see.
It's so nice that we have this amount of care so close to home. I can't imagine if we had to travel across state just for her to get therapy sessions or to see specialized doctors. She was able even to see her pediatric nephrologist here in Bismarck if we wanted to.
So my hopes and dreams for Lilah is that she's able to grow up and still be the person that we always dreamed she would be before her illness.
My hopes and dreams for Lilah are that she grows up to be a self-sustaining individual who is able to achieve whatever she wants to in life. And Sanford Children's is definitely helping her on the way.
The foundation is a key component to a lot of our kids that need services that maybe aren't covered by insurance. It's a wonderful cause for our family and for our kids. and it gives them a chance to have some independence or some support that they may need that they wouldn't otherwise get.
I think people should get involved with GABR because it does help local children within the state. You oftentimes don't exactly know where your money is going when you donate to different places, but you know if you're donating here, money is going to go to a child like Lilah who needs those funds to help in her recovery.
So being a GABR Star means to me that I can help with the fundings and like promoting it everywhere, so then I can help other kids like me. I hope other kids can learn to never give up, keep trying until you get it, otherwise you will never make progress. My name is Lilah, and I am here today thanks to Sanford Children's.